Good morning from the beautiful Disney Destiny. We are somewhere out in the middle of the Bahamas, I suppose. I don't know. There's pretty much just water out there. So we got on board yesterday on the Disney Destiny cruise ship. It's the newest cruise ship in the fleet.
Disney Destiny, please welcome aboard the East family.
It still has that new cruise ship smell. And we are here for the next, I guess, 4 nights. So we just woke up. So we've done 1 night so far. So this is a 5-night sailing. It has 2 stops and 2 days at sea. The 2 stops are Castaway Cay and Lighthouse Point. So both of Disney's private islands. And this is a big trip for us. I mean, it's probably the newest ship we've ever been on, but this is also a big celebration for my birthday, which was the day before we got on board. We spent that day at Fort Lauderdale, and Perry's birthday, which is our last sea day on the boat. So if you know us, you know that we typically travel between Christmas and New Year's, but usually it's just me and the kids. Andrew has to work. But because these are 2 big birthdays, mine ends in a 0, and Perry will turn 13 and become an official teenager in a few days. That Daddy took off as well and is joining us for this adventure. So this new ship calls Fort Lauderdale home, and so we flew down a few days before the cruise because this is just a 5-night cruise. We added on a few days in Fort Lauderdale on the front end. So we left home 2 days after Christmas and flew to Fort Lauderdale and stayed there on the beach just a little bit south in Hollywood, and spent a couple of days playing on the beach, riding on an airboat through the Everglades, looking for alligators, getting to touch and almost hold a little alligator. And then my birthday, we just spent the day in a cabana by the pool and relaxed. And so it was a great way to kick off the trip, make sure that we're there, and didn't get disrupted by holiday travel crazy before we boarded the boat here yesterday. We got on, we had an arrival time at the port about 11:30. We got there at 10:30. It didn't take very long to get in the terminal. We waited a little while. We were boarding group number 8, which was not too shabby. And we were on the boat a little before noon, which was amazing. I think that's maybe the earliest we've been able to get on. We immediately went to a sit-down lunch, getting away from the hustle and bustle and craziness of the buffet, or even the food court by the pool. We went to a restaurant. We went to Pride Lands, which is the new unique restaurant to this boat, and got to see it in a little less hectic of an atmosphere compared to what dinner will be in a couple days. And had a great lunch there that was relaxed and chill before we just did some more exploring of the boat. Our room that we're in we couldn't get into it until 1:30, so we just explored the boat some. We got the kids registered for their respective kid and tween clubs before we could get in our room and come set stuff down.
Mommy.
Did you sleep good?
Huh?
Did you just have a good breakfast? Yeah. Room service
Yeah.
came and brought us what? What all did you-
Donuts.
Donuts.
Bagel. Well, Perry had to go get bacon.
Yeah. You can't get hot stuff from room service, so Perry made a bacon run upstairs to Marceline Market. You had hot chocolate?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it good?
Uh-huh.
Did you eat out here on the balcony?
Uh-huh. Perry got chocolate milk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you can order fruit, but no berries. Not the best fruit. Any kind of like breads and bagels and cereal.
Fruit Loops
Yeah, we got Fruit Loops. So
that Dad ate.
we have had our breakfast. But let's go back. So yesterday, the most unfun part of any cruise
Was the mustard drill.
is mustard drill. It's a necessary evil. Everybody has to cram into places. We were in
On
the Marvel restaurant, but we had seats, which was better than the last time we cruised.
Yeah, last time we were just back in the corner,
Standing up, yeah, it was not great.
I don't like it.
Yeah, but this time we got to sit down. It was fine. But we survived it.
Yeah,
and then,
because I had a drink.
yeah, and pro tip, take something to drink with you. But then everyone on the entire boat is then trying to get from their muster stations, which are like down near deck 4, because that's where, if we had to get a lifeboat, where that would be, all the way up to the top deck.
For the sail away party.
Yeah, for the sail away party. So it is like a cattle
Crazy.
corral trying to get upstairs. You don't want to take the elevator because there's lots of wheelchairs that need that. And so yeah, we're hoofing up a lot of flights of stairs, but we made it. And we watched us sail away from Fort Lauderdale.
Before it even counted down.
Yeah, we were already moving by the time we counted down from 5 and heard the ship horn.
Look where I've been! Friends and destiny seekers, my name is Zaya, here to share stories of destiny and tales to enlighten and amuse. The ocean is a place that exists in between stories, the perfect place to reflect on who you are and who you are meant to be, a place to seek your story and define your destiny.
Whatever you are.
Which meant we're officially off on vacation.
Yeah.
So from there, we went back inside and back down to the main atrium, the Grand Hall, I think they call it, for a show called about, I don't remember what it was called exactly, but it was about Loki, which was really fun. So these new classes of Disney ships, the Wish, the Treasure, and now the Destiny, have storytellers they're not official Disney characters, like they're not anyone you recognize from a movie, but they're great and they improv and they are kind of the guides for you throughout the ship, and they do a lot of shows. And so the ones on this ship, they were hosting it and they were telling a story about Loki and Thor, and who showed up? Loki. And was he happy with their story?
No.
Yeah. He felt like it was not giving him a fair shake.
He thought that since we did like this little fun thing where there's 2 kids and Loki won.
Thor
won.
Yeah.
And
he has a different version of the story that has him winning.
And his key.
And so he kind of took over and declared himself like the ruler of the cruise ship. So that's fun. This boat is all heroes and villain themed, and so we're looking forward to a lot of really fun interactions with characters who usually are not the, winners.
You all seem in desperate need of a leader. Well, look no further. Declare your loyalty to me and I will give you what you need as your benevolent ruler. Yes. Now,
So we watched Loki come out and take over the boat, and then we went downstairs and we got to meet Loki and chat with him a little bit, which was really fun. That was our first villain to see. We'll see if we can catch any today, right? You think so? And so then it was time for dinner. Dinner last night was in Worlds of Marvel. How was dinner?
Good.
Yeah, it was good. Marvel is probably our least favorite of the dining rooms.
I like the screens.
I mean, the screens are fun. The food is fine. Yeah, we went to dinner. Mostly it was feeding the children. Andrew and I had a little bit of stuff because we had another dining thing afterwards. So we fed the kids. And then we took the kids off to clubs. So Clara does the Oceaneer Kids Club on the boats. Perry is now old enough to
Go to Edge,
which is like the tween club. And so both of them got sent off to those. And Andrew and I went up to Palo for prima notte, which means first night. And so it's it's not like a full dinner, but it's little samplings and wine pairings. And their goal is to try and get you to come back to Palo, which we are. Like, we will be back in Palo tonight, already planned. But a lot of people don't do fancy adult dining on night one, so this is a way for them to kind of fill the restaurant. But it was really fun. It was great food, and we got seated with another couple and got to know them and chat, and it was a really fun time. And then from there, we thought about picking up the kids. We didn't. So
that's why it took so long.
Yeah, a little bit. So after prima notte, we went down to check out the DeVille's, so Cruella's lounge down in the Grand Hall area, and experienced that. They had a person in there playing Disney songs on piano. While we were in there, we realized that they were about to do the Cruella show in DeVille's. So they do this a few times on the cruise. It's super popular. It's hard to get into. And we were already seated. So we just stuck around and got to see that. It's called Troublemaking. And so again, the girl storyteller came in and was talking about Cruella. We're in her lounge. We're starting to sing the infamous Cruella DeVille song.
I love that song. I love it. People sing along. You know the words. Cruella DeVille, Cruella DeVille. If she doesn't scare you, no evil thing will. To see her is to take a shot and chill. Hey, Cruella DeVille.
And then Cruella shows up and is none too happy that we are in there singing a song that kind of paints her in a bad light.
oh, good evening, Mr. Mayor.
Oh, how dare you repeat the lyrical falsities of that terrible song?
And so she gets very ragey, and the storyteller says, hey, we will make you a new song. So Cruella leaves for about 10 minutes. And while she's gone, everybody who's in the lounge is working together to improv a new version of that famous song. Our version included lyrics about her wanting to dance with the polar bear and having monochrome hair. I mean, better than killing puppies. So she comes back in, and we gloriously perform this new version of the song, and
she loved
it. Clara was not there. She's just seen the video.
Looking more fabulous than when I left.
I do hope the song makes mention of my beauty.
Yes.
An undeniable sense of style.
Oh, you will not be disappointed, Cruella. This crew is, they're something. Oh no!
Fool of you! It's
She said that was marvelous.
Marvelous. So there is now a new version of the story that makes her sound less ability. But we finished the night there. We picked up the kiddos and came back and went to bed. It was pushing midnight at that point. And we slept well, and here we are, ready for day 2, right? Mm-hmm. What are you looking forward to doing today, Claire?
The royal gathering.
Yeah, Clara needs to go do an outfit swap and get out of jammies.
I'm gonna be a villain.
And she's going to go dress like a villain to go meet princesses, and we'll see how that goes. So
I hope Aurora's up there.
stay tuned. Yeah, wouldn't that be
Because I'm
something?
Maleficent.
All right. Say, we'll see you later.
See you later.
Good morning, Perry.
Good morning.
Did you sleep well?
Yes.
Yeah, good. So last night you spent a bunch of time in Edge.
Yes.
Yeah. Edge is for what?
Tweens.
What age? Is it 11 to 14?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So this is not your first time in Edge, but how is Edge?
It's great.
Yeah.
Good opportunity for me to get to know all the different kids, some of the different kids on the ship that are around my age. And
What all did you do in there last night?
there was a trivia competition on Disney music.
So you're great at trivia. Are you good at Disney music trivia?
Not particularly.
Okay. What else did you do in there? Play games?
Yeah, I played a lot of games. I got to know the counselors that will be in there, and I got sorted into a team for Ultimate Team Challenge.
Okay. So the whole trip, like you're in like different challenges.
Yeah.
You're in which one?
Pixar.
Pixar. Okay. Cool. So did you get any points last night?
I think my team got a few.
Okay. Okay. Well, we'll see how that goes. Okay, so we are, we just had room service delivered. We're having breakfast, we're getting changed. And then we are headed to do a couple of things. Clara has a date with princesses, dressed as Maleficent. So that'll be fun. And then I think you're going to go perch in a line while we're doing that. That is one, you know, like Disney has so many things happening, and there's lots of them that don't have super long lines. Some do. And so there's this Dr. Facilier experience that you actually can't even film in. I think he's doing some magic, and it's this really kind of small group thing that you can't even show. But it's supposed to be great, and we want to do it. And so, so there's one this morning, and so the plot is, while Clara meets princesses, Perry's going to stand in line with a candle. And hopefully we can get in and do that, right? And check that out and check that off our list. That and the Cruella troublemaking thing that Andrew and I did last night are probably the two like hardest to do things. So if we get those knocked out within the first like 24 hours of being on, that'd be great. So that'll be our first like hour or two, and then I don't know. So Perry, like, is it blazing hot out here?
No.
No, it is not. It's actually kind of brisk. I mean, we're in short sleeves and fine, but like, this is not like, let's go hang out at a pool kind of weather, especially like we're sailing. We're not going anywhere real fast. Like today's a sea day, and then we'll be at, I think, Castaway tomorrow. And so like we're moving, and so that creates breeze. And so I'm not sure that bathing suits are calling our name today. So we'll see what kind of fun and mischief we can get into on the boat of activities, meeting characters, maybe some trivia that's not Disney songs. and eating some food and exploring. I don't know. We don't have massive plans, but what else is today? It's New Year's Eve, right? And so we'll have some fun like during the day, but then also we get to ring in New Year's Eve on the high seas tonight. So that will involve getting dressed up all fancy. We actually, we're not doing the regular dining tonight because Andrew and I have a Palo like fancy dinner, and so we'll feed the kids, I don't know, chicken tenders from the pool deck, and then we'll let them go hang out with other kids. We'll go to a nice dinner, we'll all get back together and ring in the new year up on the pool deck, which will be fun. So at some point today things will probably transition over to like New Year's Eve themed, but until then, I don't know, we'll go see what kind of fun we can get into, right?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So when we last chatted, we were about to get ready for our whole sea day and go off, and we said Clara was gonna go to the royal gathering and meet princesses, and then we were gonna try and check out this Dr. Facilier special thing, and we did. Worked flawlessly. Clara got to go and meet princesses. She was dressed as Maleficent, and I think she was a little disappointed that none of them pointed out that she was like dressed like a villain, but we had to remind her that none of those princesses, Aurora was not there, so none of them actually have any context for Maleficent in their worlds and storylines. So she got to meet Rapunzel and Tiana, which is Claire's favorite princess. She was very excited about Tiana. And Belle, which is Grana's favorite princess, and the seafarer Moana. So those are the 4 princesses that were out. It's not always the same 4, but those are pretty consistent ones. So she got to meet all of those princesses and hug their necks and twirl with them and have a good time. And meanwhile, we had perched Perry upstairs in the line for Dr. Facilier. So it was an hour, more than an hour before that was supposed to start, and there was already one group of 7 people in line. And so we perched him behind that, and he read his Kindle and was happy as a lark. And so after we finished princesses, we went up there and joined them, and still had to wait another 30 minutes, I think. But it was very cool and very worth it. And the kids, it was a big priority for them, so it was awesome to knock it out early on our first sea day. We don't have to worry about that anymore. But it's super exclusive, so they only let about 12 people in the room with Dr. Facilier at a time, and each set he does, they only let 4 or 5 groups in, so very low capacity. But we got in the first group, so there was a group of 7 ahead of us, and they put us in with them, and it was really, really neat. So you're not allowed to take any kind of footage in this experience, so I have none of that to show, other than the outside door, but we won't spoil any magic, but it is magic that he's doing, which isn't a surprise, but it's very interactive and fun, and in a way it's kind of nice to be forced to put down your phones and it not be allowed to film and just be present in the moment. But we got that done, and then we explored a little bit. So we had an early lunch. We kind of rope dropped lunch up at the Festival of Foods on the pool deck, which is set up a little bit like a food court, but it's hands down our favorite quick place to eat, because there's a place to get the chicken nuggets, the infamous chicken nuggets, and the burgers and that kind of thing, but there's also barbecue, and there's a cantina that's a little bit like Chipotle at sea. There's ice cream. It really has a lot of varieties, and we can all kind of get what we want. So we sat and played some cards up on the pool deck. We ate lunch, and then we split off for a little bit, let the kids kind of run off together and do some things on their own, while Andrew and I went to the rainforest room, which we don't usually get passes for. I think we're hitting a new level of cruising where our kids are old enough to be on their own a little more, which means that we get to be on our own a little bit more. And so the rainforest room is connected to the spa on the ship, but it's not spa services. It's really just a beautiful area of relaxation. There's hot tubs and heated tile loungers to lay in and read, and there's a sauna and an ice room and showers, and So you can either you can buy a one-day pass if they're available, but what they really want you to do, what we did this cruise was book a length of stay pass. So anytime we want to, we can go in there and relax a little bit. We can go in there and we can take showers and get ready in there. And so, yeah, we're going to see how much use we can get out of it. But we were there for an hour or two yesterday while the kids kind of ran off on their own. Both of them have Apple Watches now, which is great, so we can all communicate. At one point, Clara texts and says, you know, I really want to go swimming. And so we're like, okay, we'll go get your bathing suit on. When we meet back up, one of us will take you swimming. And so we did. We spent a little bit of time at the pool. It was, at least in the kids' mind, warm enough to swim, so they did. We sat on the in a pool chair and watched Finding Dory up on the big screen. The kids swam and rode the Aqua Mouse, the water coaster that goes around, for a little while before we came in to change for dinner. As we were getting ready for dinner, there was going to be a Cruella meet and greet, so we got Clara all gussied up in her black and white vest and went and met Cruella before dinner time, which was a really fun meet and greet. You just cannot beat that character in terms of engagement, interactions, and facial expressions. I mean, it is chef's kiss.
You don't know. Speechless to meet her idol. Yes, darling. What is your name? Clara, hello, Clara. I'm Cruella de Vil, but of course you already knew that. Yes, darling. Have you seen any other fashion out there worth talking about? Or are we just kind of the peak of it here?
So after a day at sea yesterday, this morning we woke up a little on the late side because last night was New Year's Eve, and so we were all out well past midnight. So we slept in a little bit, and when we woke up, we were parked here. This is Disney's original private island in the Bahamas called Castaway Cay, where we have spent a good chunk of the day just relaxing. It's December, and so not gonna lie, that water out there is not super swimming friendly. Clara got in for a little while. She was the only one brave enough to actually, I think, submerge herself in the ocean. But you know, the temps outside, it says it's 68. And so that is just absolutely lovely for walking around and laying on beach chairs and just enjoying. It is not great temperatures for swimming. So we got off the boat this morning, maybe long about 9:30 or 10 o'clock, and went and rested and relaxed. The kids played in the sand, and Claire swam a little bit. We had lunch, and then we came back on board. We've got some fun things we want to do this afternoon here. But it is a beautiful day here on the island. But it is currently January 1st, 2026. We rang in the New Year last night. We were on the boat, which was really fun. On New Year's Eve, I mean, people were wearing all kinds of things, but it was a great excuse to get dressed up. The characters were dressed up. A lot of people wore there, a lot of Texas, a lot of long dresses, and just a lot of celebration. So last night we did not go to the main dining room. We fed the kids something from the poolside festival of foods, brought it back to the room, let them eat, sent them off to kids clubs, and Andrew and I had an adult-only dinner in Palo last night, which was great since we were already dressed up for New Year's Eve, and it was a lovely dinner. Palo on these newer boats is Italian, but it's also a steakhouse, and so I think in the past when we've gone there, we've done a prefixed menu where you're picking from a kind of narrow list. Last night we went off script and had a great like antipasta plate and some salads and some entrees, and shared one dessert between the two of us, and it was just perfect. And it was nice to be away from the hustle and bustle of the ship and in a nice restaurant for dinner. So after dinner last night, we chilled in the boat a little bit. The kids were all still off having fun. Perry in the Edge Tween Club and Claire in the Kids Club, so that gave Andrew and I a little bit more time to just explore and chill and check out some of the lounges. Eventually, Clara decided she wanted to come out of Kids Club for a little bit, and so she did. We all ended up on the pool deck for this Mickey color spin dance party, which is essentially a millennial child's like fever dream of songs, and Mickey's up there in this fantastic, sparkly, like athletic athleisure suit. But that was really fun. And then Claire was like, you know, I kind of want to go back to Kids Club. So she did. And we killed some time before the fireworks up on deck at midnight. Claire is not so much a fan of fireworks because they hurt her ears. And so she just noped right out of it and was like, no, I think I'll ring in New Year's at Kids Club. So she did that. But me and Andrew and Perry all were up on the pool deck for the big party and countdown. They're passing out nice hors d'oeuvres around on platters. They've got champagne and little flutes that you get to take home that are metal, and so the blue sparkly cloudum drink for kiddos. And so we kind of positioned ourselves up on the second floor of the pool deck, which is right where the fireworks are going to go off. And it's not a great view of the stage, but it's a great view for fireworks. And counting down from 10, fireworks went off. And perhaps the coolest thing was that the Disney Dream, so another Disney cruise ship, was actually parked and kind of chilling in the ocean, not very far away. So we were kind of side by, I mean, there was distance in between, but we could see them pretty well. And so they, of course, had probably the same exact party happening on their decks. And so while our fireworks were going off, so were theirs, and a little bit in the distance. And so we got this like double fireworks show. And I'm sure they were watching ours as well. So that was an extra special surprise, and it was neat to see another Disney boat out and about in the ocean at night, all lit up. But we rang in the new year and sang Auld Lang Syne, and then called it a night. So we went back and got Claire from Kids Club a little bit after midnight. She had a great time. They threw confetti and had their own party down there. And we all came back and went to bed with the goal of not setting alarms or having scheduled breakfast delivery or anything like that this morning. Clara, what did you do for New Year's last night?
I went to Kids Club, and confetti came out from the top of the ceiling. So the fireworks are really loud. That's why I went to Kids Club.
Yeah. But you still got to count down and have a party.
Yeah. They were trying to get a video of the fireworks, but they couldn't. And I was a little happy.
And with that, that's a wrap on part 1 of this adventure. Stay tuned for part 2, including Disney's newest private island location, Pirate Night, and Perry's birthday on the high seas.